Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a la clase de español. Yo soy Profe Tyner y hoy vamos a hablar de los pronombres personales en español. Hi everyone, welcome to the Spanish classroom. I'm Señorita Tyner and today we're going to talk about pronouns, personal pronouns in Spanish. To start, we need to know what's a pronoun. And before we can even answer that, we should know what's a noun. A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. And since we talk about these things in life, our language has to have a way of describing them and talking about them. Now, personal pronouns are small words that we use to replace a person. So for example, if I wanted to say that today I came to my classroom, I cleaned my classroom, and then I sat down at my desk and started making videos for all of you guys, without a personal pronoun, it would be extremely difficult. I would have to say, today, Señorita Tyner came to Señorita Tyner's classroom. She cleaned Señorita Tyner's. I even said she. Do you see how tricky this is? Let's try again. Today, Señorita Tyner came to Señorita Tyner's classroom. Señorita Tyner cleaned Señorita Tyner's classroom. Señorita Tyner then sat down and started recording videos for every single person out there in the internet. Whew, exhausting and difficult. So we need our personal pronouns to make life so much easier for us. Our personal pronouns in English can be divided into 3 categories: first person, second person, and third person. The same categories are used in Spanish, so let's talk about them. First person is the person who is the person who's talking, the person who's writing, or the main person. So this personal pronoun is I. Or if I'm in a group with someone, such as my friend the llama, we would be we. There's first person singular, just one, I, and first person plural, we. Second person is when a person is talking to someone. Get it? Second person and they're talking to them. And this is when we use the word you in English. It can be singular, like one of you out there is watching this YouTube video, or it can be plural, like all of you out there are watching this YouTube video. The last type of pronoun is third person, and that's when we're talking about someone. So if I'm talking about this llama over there and they're not in a group with me, I might use he or she. If there were lots of llamas, I would use they. Once again, there's first person, second person, and third person. First person singular is I. First person plural is we. Second person singular is you. Second person plural is you all. Third person singular can be he or she, and third person plural is they. Spanish has almost the exact same thing, so we just need to memorize the words. Are you ready? The way to say I in Spanish to talk about yourself is yo. Everyone point to yourself and say yo. Yo. The way to say you in Spanish, if you're talking to one person, can actually vary. So if you're talking to someone you know really well or someone who's younger than you, you would use the word tú. I remember this because it's second person and I know I'm talking to them, so it's the word tú. If you're talking to someone more formal, this is actually third person. So if you're talking to a boss or a stranger, this can be a waiter or a doctor, you would use the word usted. I remember this because it starts with the letter U and it means you. If you're talking about someone who is a boy, you would use él. And if you're talking about someone who is a girl, you would use ella. Now let's make them plural. If you're talking about yourself and you're in a group of people, you would say nosotros. This is how we say we in Spanish, nosotros. If you are a girl and you're in a group of girls, then you would say nosotras. So everyone go like this. It's you in a whole group and say nosotros or nosotras. If you're talking to a group of people, you have 2 options. If you're in Spain, they use a word in Spanish that is similar to the American word y'all. It's informal and it's regional, so they only use it in certain parts of the world. And that word is vosotros. So it's kind of like, howdy y'all, hola vosotros. More commonly, you would actually use the third person plural to show a lot of respect because you don't know who is in this group. It might be all of your peers, but it also might be some people you respect very much. So you would use the plural of usted, which would be ustedes. That's how you would say you all. If you're talking about a group of people that you are not a part of and you're not addressing directly, then you would use the word they in English. In Spanish, there are two current words to say they. You can say they, referring to a group of boys or a group of people of all genders. That would be ellos. Or you could say the word they for a group of all girls, which would be ellas. So let's go through it one more time. We're going to start with the singulars. Yo is I, yo. Tú is you, for someone you know. And we should add usted, but we'll put it in the third person. Él means he when you're talking about a boy or a man. And ella means she when you're talking about a girl or a woman. To show respect, the fancy you or the formal you is here in the third person group. And it is usted. I'm going to capitalize you to show that it is fancy. Usted. Now, let's put all these people in groups. If I am in a group, then I would say nosotros or nosotras. If I'm talking about a group, it could be ellos or ellas, depending on the genders of the people in the group. And lastly, if I'm talking to a group of people, like I'm talking to all of you watching my YouTube video right now, I would say ustedes. Ustedes. Let's go through it one more time. You repeat after me. Let's get you speaking Espanol today. Point to the person you are talking to or about. Yo. Tú. Él. Ella. Usted. Nosotros. Ellos. Ellas. Ustedes. That's it. I hope you learned and you get to practice your pronombres personales en español. These will become so important on your Spanish journey because they are used to conjugate verbs. So pretty soon we'll be putting full sentences together. Muchas gracias. Adiós.